called themselves the Brotherhood of Purity, and there were dark rituals and readings of prophecy. Frankly, I was scared, but I was sure that there would be no way out once I was involved. It was Eva who told me to contact the Colonel about exposing the Brotherhood. Fuck it. The GS project. Ugh. The project we've been working on is being directed by Marcus Tucker, with Eva Shanzi, Daniel Murray and Camden Leander as project supervisors. Tucker has divided the project phases, so only he knows everything that's going on. My part in the project has been to develop a specific artificial virus strain, which I've been told will be used in treating respiratory ailments, such as bronchitis and asthma. At one time there was at least 30 people working on the project, now we are down to 8. I tried to contact some of the employees that left but couldn't. Today I found out what happened to them. Some of them were considered to be genetically suitable and have been sent to the Moonchild. The rest are dead. I accidentally found a recording made of an experiment. The test subject was one of my former co-workers. I saw a few moments of the experiment, but it was horrible. I'm sure that experiment involved the use of an airborne virus that was inhaled. It caused a violent death almost instantly. It's horrifying to think that my researchers probably contributed to the virus that was being tested. How do you research on a virus working against asthma that violently kills people without realizing this? Oh well, they found out about Viagra while researching hair growing stuff. The Moonchild. Ooh, a video. The Moonchild. Those who's heard about the Moonchild have been told that it's a religious getaway for faithful members of the Crusade for generic purity. I found out otherwise. It was constructed by the leader of the Brotherhood of Purity and is referred to as the Ark of Humanity. The only people are now allowed to go there are members of the Brotherhood and genetically pure humans. Oh, or without the end. The Moonchild is gigantic and has been constructed to easily support thousands of people, along with all known forms of animal and plant life for several generations. The ultimate purpose behind the Moonchild is to provide a safe haven for the faithful while the Earth is going through its final purification. I don't know exactly what the purification entails, but I believe it's directly related to the experiments we've been doing here at GS. Oh gee, you are a smart boy. No wonder you've become a scientist. Okay. Did the game just question up? Yes, that's a pretty huge base. The initiation to the cult. The initiation to the cult. When I was initiated, Marcus Tucker informed the others at a meeting of my genetic purity, then went on to give a short speech. This is what he said, to the best of my recollection. The principles of the Brotherhood of Purity has existed for thousands of years, but the order itself was founded by the Docetists in 300 AD. We know little about those who founded our order, only the truths that were left behind and passed down from one generation of the Brotherhood to the next. These truths are contained in an ancient text known as the Secret Doctrine. Through the ages, our power has lain in anonymity. We have quietly prepared for the day in which the Docetists' prophecies will be fulfilled and the genetically pure will inhabit the earth. Many of history's greatest figures belonged to the Brotherhood, but this fact does not appear in any history book. Each of these men, however, laid the groundwork for the next generation. Each man's action a single stone added to a massive structure. It has now been 1,000 generations since the foundation of the Brotherhood of Purity, and the time has come for the prophecies to be realized. All has been prepared, with the exception of finding the ancient Habu. What? Habu. A powerful talisman forged of magical elements, being the vessels which the Brotherhood's power is channeled. When we have reclaimed the Habu, we will journey to the Moonchild, the guardian of the faithful, and there we will celebrate the purification, the time when the earth will be cleansed of all genetic abominations. Then, after the waiting, we will return to a pure world and enter the glorious new age, where we have the barbecue while watching the sports show and ordering the pizza from the Pizza Hut. Oh, I love this. The waiting. Who the hell calls something like this? The waiting. The purification. Ugh. Anyways, the secret doctrine. The secret doctrine. The Brotherhood follows the prophecies contained in an ancient text known as the secret doctrine. From what I've read, been told, and overheard, I've come up with a description of the Brotherhood's objectives. The secret doctrine tells of an entity called the Incubus, which the Brotherhood could summon when all the prophecies had come to pass. When I was initiated, I learned that only one prophecy had not been fulfilled, having possession of something called the Habu. From what I could gather, the Habu is some kind of mystical statuette which holds sacred powers. Once the Brotherhood found the Habu, the Incubus would then create a Moonchild. This Moonchild would be destroyer of the genetically impure and the guardian of the pure and faithful. Another of the prophecies says that a great storm called the Great Alluvion will come from the skies and destroy the impure. This process is referred to as the purification. I think the Brotherhood's plans to accomplish this by introducing an airborne virus into the Earth's atmosphere. After the purification, in which all life on Earth is exterminated, comes the period of time known as the waiting. The prophecies say this will last for 2 generations. It was for the waiting that the Moonchild was constructed. After the waiting, the pure races aboard the Moonchild will return to the Earth and begin the new order. Aha! Okay. Known history of the Brotherhood of Purity. Oh boy. Origins of the Brotherhood. The origins of the Brotherhood of Purity predate Western history. So many of the details are lost. The order started in the Far East among a small group of men, whose concept reached thousands of years into the future. While other, more primitive men were learning the uses of metal and stone, this Brotherhood was embracing the rudimentary principles of eugenics and ethnic cleansing. The names and acts of the founders were passed down orally for hundreds of generations. The genealogy, philosophy, and icons of the Brotherhood, however, were not fully committed to paper until the 3rd century AD. A group of men known to outsiders as the Docetists composed an expensive tome attempting to summarize the history and doctrine of the ancient order. This text became known as the Secret Doctrine and was accepted as the official word of the Brotherhood. The Roman Empire. The Brotherhood of Purity grew steadily in power during the rise of the Roman Empire. Despite the enormous wealth and influence of the Brotherhood, its anonymity was preserved. The number of those who were initiated and received the teachings, signs, and passwords was kept to a bare minimum, ensuring complete dedication and fealty, as well as avoiding the delusion of quality which inevitably comes with overpopulation. When the Roman Empire fell, the Brotherhood survived unscathed. In fact, it is speculated that the Order hastened their downfall for its own benefit. The empire had grown obese and red and hairy, and was no longer conducive to the higher ideals of the brotherhood of purity. The members of the order cast their eyes towards the fierce and hungry tribes of Anglos and Saxons, which were not as intellectually advanced as the Romans, but had not suffered the physical decline. In the Middle Ages, many of the kings in medieval Europe were members of the secret brotherhood. One was King Henry I, also known as King Henry the Fowler. He was written around 900 Anno Domini and was considered a visionary by the other members of the order. I accidentally scrolled up. He prophesied that a gigantic storm will appear from the eastern sky and will overwhelm the impure. And this was added to the secret doctrine. Other pivotal and powerful rulers of the Middle Ages were secretly affiliated with the Brotherhood of Purity, including Charles the Great, Henry the Lion, Otto the Great, Philip of Swabia. What? Swabia? That's where I come from. Fuck! Conrad IV and Frederick Barbarossa. While King Charlemagne was not deemed intellectually suitable for the Brotherhood, his closest advisor and confidant Hugo von Turon was a high-ranking member. His influence on Charlemagne thus drastically affected the course of Europe and the world's history. Counted among the members of the Brotherhood were not only kings and statesmen, but also religious figures such as Basilius Valentinus, Bishop Klingsor, the Count of Acara, and Egbert of Meran, the 13th century Bishop of Bamberg. The Spanish Inquisition was investigated by a single radical member of the Brotherhood who held a high position in the papal order. It is commonly believed that the hundreds of thousands were put to death because they refused to join the Catholic faith. In actuality, these deaths were the result of an enormous ethnic cleansing. This was done, however, of the Brotherhood's own volition and was not an act of the Brotherhood. Of the Brothers' own organ. Oh! Splinter groups! Throughout the Middle Ages and into the 20th century, there were several branches which sprang from the Brotherhood. The Crusades were in part associated with one of these branches. Eventually, the main body was able to pair off the splinter groups, but not without great bloodshed and civil war. Most of these conflicts have been misinterpreted by history, indicating the extreme and far-reaching power of purity. Ah, I know this guy. Adolf Hitler somehow obtained a manuscript of the secret doctrine and was heavily influenced by the principles of the Brotherhood, though he was never part of the order. Of course not. It took many years for the Brotherhood to undo the damage done by this madman. Even in the years which have followed, the main core of the Brotherhood has had to deal with other mutated branches, some of which have grown to massive proportions before the influence of the Brotherhood could bring them under control.
Warning. Security sweep will begin in 5 seconds.
What? I don't like what I hear. Security sweep? Let's hide here. Sauber mal sehen. Okay, is it safe to stand up again? It's nice that they warn you. Oh, we are going to enter this room in 5 seconds. Please hide yourself now. Oh, look, there's a wrench. Get it. Okay, examine and get small TV. What TV? Oh, there.
What a cute little TV. I wish I'd found this little sucker a couple hours ago. Now I've missed all the good soaps.
You're an idiot, Tex.
It's like the TV has no reception capability. It's set up to run only when hooked to a laserdisc player.
Oh well. The picture's showing. Not showing. Oh well, go to EA office.